Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So last time we went over all of the wonderful things about dating, like the different zodiac signs, since me myself have dated somebody in every category. So today I tried not to go too dark in that video. So today we're going to talk about all of the not so wonderful things. Yeah, I'm allowed to go dark today. I'm going to go dark, y'all. We're going to go real dark. So if anyone disagrees or don't get offended, write your comments down below. Tell me how you feel. Tell me what you agree with and what you don't agree with. This is definitely just my experiences with the different signs. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. Where do we start? Last time we started with Scorpio. So we're going to start with Scorpio again. Okay, the Scorpio. Love me a good Scorpio, but let's talk about the dark sides of a Scorpio because they have so many dark sides. For one, they definitely are very, very petty. I noticed, and Scorpios hold a grudge. Like, if you eat the last Reese's cup and, you know, you're in a relationship with a Scorpio, like, 5-6 years from now, like, he might just cheat on you. And then you'd be like, well, why did you cheat on me? You know, when you went in the refrigerator and ate my Reese's cup, like, they are really petty. They're petty like that. Like, you know, like super duper petty level. Also, I've noticed like substance abuse issues with all of the Scorpios that I know, like not just the ones I've dated. It's just always something with them. Either they're like alcohol addicts or drugs or a combination or sex addicts. Like they're kind of like the, I'll get there. We'll get to the Pisces in a minute. But yeah, they kind of that part, like the addiction thing is crazy. But they're definitely very loyal people and they're good people, but we're not talking about the good stuff. We're really gonna talk about the juicy stuff. They are so stuck in their ways. They are so stubborn and very possessive. They don't really like to do things out of the box, but what I've noticed is, well, they do, but you have to convince them to do it. And that's the thing. Like, I've noticed that they are very, you can persuade a Scorpio to do what you want them to do. You just have to, you know, you have to finesse it. You can't just be like, hey, guess what? Get ready. This is what we're going to do, because some of them are a little resistant, especially if they don't trust the situation. But once they get to know you, they kind of go with the flow. So we're going to talk about the good stuff. So next, let's talk about the Sagittarius. I think the Sagittarius is probably the brokest sign of the zodiac. I think Sagittarians are broke, just always broke. Now, they are like the hardest workers, like the most hustle in them. They very what's the word? They're very, I don't know the word, but whatever the word is, they're very much that. I will say definitely they have a bad temper too. Like the tempers with the Sagittarians, it can be a bit, they're very fiery, you know, and they're mean. They're just like Scorpios are like, Scorpios play the get back game. They hold a grudge and they can be nasty, but Sagittarians are just mean. Like there is no get back. There's no, you know, really holding a grudge. It's just that nastiness just from the gate. And I would say Sagittarians are like that absent father. That father that, like, you know, he always makes promises. Oh, I'm gonna buy you a bike for Christmas, and you never get the bike. Or, you know, we're going on a trip if you get all A's, and you never see that trip. Like, that's them. It's always some broken promises, always some shattered dreams. They will promise you the world, and I think they really intend to give it to you. It just never manifests, like, ever. So because of that reason, I think they are like the flakes of the zodiac. And also, I think like the Scorpio, Sagittarius, my bad, Sagittarius, they like lack depth. Like if you know how like you look in a pool, sometimes you can't really tell how deep it is. So, you know, if it's not posted, you don't want to just jump into the pool. Sometimes you meet a Sagittarius and you just want to dig in. You just like, they're so cool and you just want to know everything about them, so you go like 100% and you want to dive in, right? Or just sink your nails in, but you sink too hard with a Sag. Like if you just jump in there, you might stub your fingers because they're very shallow. Like they lack all kinds of depth. You're gonna hit the bottom. You know, it looks like there's some depth there because they are like, they know a lot about a little, I mean, they know a little about a lot, excuse me. I've never met one that wasn't smart, that wasn't, you know, very industrious. Like, they're just on their stuff, but the depth, they just lack it. So, okay, moving on to the Capricorn. Whoo, Lord. Okay, so my experience dating the Capricorns. I would say they know everything. They think they know everything. It is horrible, like, arguing with them because they're extremely condescending. Arguing with the Capricorn can be really simple. It can be can be very interesting. It can be super, like, volatile and through the roof, but that's really not how it goes. It's kind of more like you're sitting there and you're bearing your heart out, and they'll just say something, and then you're like, okay, crickets. What's going on? You know, and then next thing you know, they're just like, okay, well, I hear what you said, but I said what I said. So, I don't know. You can sit here and argue with yourself because I'm bored, you know? And then they're just very flippant. Like, I hate, like, that's why, I mean, dating a Capricorn, I have to be like, you can either be like far left or far right. With some signs you can be in the middle. I need to be far left with a Capricorn. If it's not a specific type, I don't want any parts of it. Like with Cancers, I kind of can like be in the middle. You know, I can take a Cancer because they're gonna have the good Cancers always have all the bad stuff, and the bad Cancers always have some of the good stuff. So it's like with a Cancer, you can play that fence, you know. With Capricorns, no way. I have to have the far left. If it's not right around there, I can't deal with that right. Very moody. They're emotional. They're mean. Like have you ever walked into a room and all of a sudden you feel like a real cold chill and you're like, whoo, you know, you don't know what that is? A Capricorn probably came in right behind you. That's what it was. Like, you felt their energy. They are ice cold, but they do have the flip side, but we're not talking about the good sides. We're just talking about the uglies. So yeah, like in dating them, they like to be alone, but you can't leave them alone. Like, y'all can be in the same house, you just can't talk. Like, it's weird. Y'all can, you know, y'all can do stuff together. They just like their solitude. So yeah, extremely moody, bossy, all of that. So moving on to the Aquarius, the downsides of dating an Aquarius. I want to say probably the Aquarius and the Libra. Well, no, because Libras are getting relationships. Aquarians are probably like the notorious for never being in a relationship. Never doing, you know, just never taking the steps. They're always like, I don't know. An Aquarius will be with someone, live in the same house, have 7 kids, and have, you know, been together, living together for 30 years. And then you ask them, what are they? And you're like, oh, we're just trying to figure it out. I mean, okay, like, you still trying to figure it out. Like, okay, I know what this is. That's an Aquarius. So they are definitely, and they're so creative. They're awesome people. The problem with them is I think they have so many thoughts going on in their head at one time that they lack the ability to focus sometimes. You know, only some of them. So it's like they're so creative and it's so many thoughts, and I think maybe sometimes those thoughts can get overwhelming. And when that happens, then you deal with, you know, them just not doing anything. They have so much going on that it overwhelms them and nothing gets completed. So that's the bad side about an Aquarius, you know. And also they're very, they will push the envelope. They're like Capricorns where they think they're the smartest ever. The difference is an Aquarius will play mental games with you. Like, they're the kings of the mind Fs. A mind F. Y'all know what a mind F is. I've heard Capricorns are the kings of the mind Fs, but them Aquarians, they always think they have it. And a lot of times, like, I mean, they are smart, but you're not the smartest in the room, so, you know, simmer down, little homie. But, okay. So, what's next? Pisces. Pisces is, like I said, they're like the Sagittarians. Like, there's always some type of drug abuse or sex abuse or just both at the same time. Like, they just have so much going on. I think they're very sensitive. The issues with the Pisces is that, like, you know, they're like sexual deviants. The women are just as bad as the men. I think they lead with their genitals, which is like totally just, oh gosh, they just get in so much trouble. But everything is about a genital, you know, reward. But And also the issue with Pisces is, I guess it's not a bad thing if you're in a relationship, but it is a bad thing if like you're a parent of a Pisces, or you know, you love one and you see what they go through. If they're emotionally attached, Pisces don't see any wrong with the people that they love. They will see no fault in them until they fall out. Once they fall out, then a Pisces like sees clear. Like, you know how they say wearing rose-colored glasses? That is, they were talking about a Pisces when they came up with that saying, because that's a Pisces. They see no fault, and they're very sensitive, and you know, they are very caring. Well, okay, that's all the good stuff. They're caring, but I think that sensitivity and all that gets them into trouble. And you know, there's just, I don't know, that's just a Pisces. So moving on, Aries. So Aries, they are fiery. They ready to jump at any moment. They're arrogant. They're rude. They're I don't know. They lack impulse like control. They have zero impulse control. I think they're the most impulsive sign of them, and they're just them. Like, I don't know. They're just, yeah, an Aries is just an Aries. Ugh, okay. Taurus. Okay, like I said, y'all, if any of my subscribers out there, y'all know some good single Tauruses, send them my way, because I need me a good single Taurus. That's what I want in my life. But let me tell you about the bad sides of a Taurus. They talk way too much. They talk too much. They're stubborn as hell. I talked about it in the other video. They will railroad you if they see a weakness. If you show any sign of weakness, they are going to exploit the hell out of it. That's what they do. Like, they see it, they're like, oh, there's a crack, okay, they take a hammer and bust right through it. That's a Taurus. They will bulldoze you. They can be very cutthroat, extremely cutthroat. If it's not, you know, what they want or what they see in their vision, I think they're probably some of the most caring, but some of the most selfish people in the world. And like I said, they talk way too much. And a Taurus is never wrong. Let me let y'all know this. A Taurus is never wrong. I don't care. It takes them years and years and years to admit. You couldn't get a Taurus to admit that they bought the wrong brand of cream cheese. Like, y'all would be in a nursing home and they will admit that back in the 1973, they actually did buy the wrong brand. And it would take like an act of God for them to even admit that, because they're just so... I'm tired already of the dang on Taurus. I don't know if I need a Taurus, y'all. Now the Gemini. Let me tell y'all about the Gemini. So the Gemini, they're an interesting bunch. I like dating a Gemini, but like I said, because it never gets boring. But like I said, I can't deal with that roller coaster all day long. The thing about a Gemini is, as long as they have two separate worlds, they're good. Otherwise, they're not really domesticated. Like, they have to have a boring spouse. They have to have somebody that's at home, doesn't require much, and doesn't want to go with them, so that they can go out and do their dirt. And then out in the streets, they have to have their friends and, you know, do whatever they want to do, come and go as they please. And the two worlds can't really collide. They can't. They have to be separate for a Gemini to truly be in his zen. Yeah, they're kind of bullies. I think they're bullies. Low key and high key. Like, I've met some that were undercover bullies. Usually the women are the sneakier bullies, but the guys are a bit more aggressive. But you know, that's not always the case. But yeah, Geminis are definitely bullies and possessive. But like I said, those two worlds don't combine at all. They don't combine them, because they want to have, you know, their cake and they want to eat it too. But I'm like, if you bought cake, then why shouldn't you eat it? The problem is they want the whole cake. They don't just want a slice of the cake. They want to eat all of the cake. And then look at you and be confused as to why you don't understand that they're allowed to cheat. They're allowed to do their dirt. They're allowed to do whatever they want to do out in the streets. As long as they don't bring it home, you shouldn't have a problem with it. That's a Gemini. So next we have Cancer. I love Cancers too. Cancers are very kind, but we're not talking about the good stuff. We're gonna get into the nitty gritty. They are possessive. They are very jealous. They are a bit manipulative. Ooh, yeah, I dealt with that one. Yeah, I noticed that they have like huge insecurities, very crybaby-ish. Like everything is an issue if they want it to be an issue. If they say it's not an issue, then it's not. But then the moment it becomes one, it's a big issue. They are, if they don't get their way or they feel like you're giving somebody more time than what you're giving them, you're gonna have a problem on your hands, whether it be work, your mother. I mean, if you're taking a shower too long and they weren't invited in, they may have a problem. They're gonna be jealous of the water. Like, you know, and cancers are, they're a handful, you know, the certain types, they're a handful. They're great, but very possessive of your time. Now, their time, what they do with their time is completely different. You know, we ain't talking about that. You know, but all we talking about is why you was in the shower and why the water got more time with you than I got with you. You know, that's a Cancer. Okay, so the Leo. I feel like Leos are very shallow. I think they're very very surface too, kind of like the Sagittarius, super surface. But the Leos go deep. They can go deep. They just play surface very well. I think that they're arrogant. I think that they are not to really be taken serious. I don't think they're good with money. I don't think they're good with much. They just seem like irresponsible individuals to me. Like the bad side. I already talked about the good side, but the bad side, yeah, they play way too much. They don't know when to shut it down. And you know, ain't nobody got time for all of that. So yeah, that's a Leo. So the Virgo, I think Virgos deal with attachment issues. And I think that like Virgos they would seek out somebody who is like not mentally, you know, who is a little frazzled and has their own stuff going on, because Virgos are very codependent. They are going to be on you. They're boring. They can be very boring. I guess just the fun factor. So somebody would definitely have to bring that out of them. Very reserved, super shy, kind of just like, you know, plays the back. Like I said, until they get some liquor in them. Then, you know, that's a whole nother side. So then the other Virgo comes out. But yeah, so that's Virgo. And then, you know, back to my favorites. I love me a Libra and can't stand me a Libra. Oh my gosh. Libras are very vain. Like if you want to date a man who thinks he's prettier than you, get you a Libra. If you are going somewhere and you're sitting in the car and you know you're sitting out there beeping the horn, I can bet you're waiting on a Libra, because he's in there trying to get pretty. You have to tell him how gorgeous he is. He has to feel like he's, you know, he's special and he's pretty too, because that's just how Libras roll. Like you have to stroke their egos. Now, similar to the Aquarius, Libras are always in relationships, which is opposite Aquarius. But the thing with the Libra is they're in relationships, but they're never fully in. Like their heart is not in. I think Libras and Aquariuses are going to be alone forever. Aquariuses just want to be alone forever. Libras just can't help it. I think they're very indecisive. Oh my gosh, to get a Libra to make a decision, you'd have to like threaten their lives, because they are very indecisive. And I think a part of that is they want to be pleasers. They want to make everybody happy. Like Libras just have to be friends with everyone. So because of that, that's another thing that, you know, they play martyr very well. They play martyr, they play victim, and don't hurt a Libra's feelings, because if you hurt their flaky little feelings, like they just retreat and they go into this really weird space. And yeah, so Libras are they're definitely a handful. They always want to be the nice guy, like I said. So even when they want to break your heart, they find a way to finesse you, you know, into going along with what they say. So they'll break your heart and you won't realize that your heart is broken until you sit down and think about it. That's a Libra. Like they're gonna break your heart but use really nice words and do it in a real soft way. So that's a Libra. Yeah, so make sure you guys subscribe to my channel and hit the blue bell for notifications, because I'm gonna do another Zodiac video. I have a few up my sleeve that I'm going to touch on. So yeah, like I said, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Hit my blue bell for the notifications, thumbs me up, comment down below, make sure you share, and let me know, what are y'all's experiences, the bad sides of the Zodiacs? Like, give me some experiences, give me what y'all think. What do y'all agree with? Let me know. All right, y'all, have a good one.